Hey there, and welcome to C Squared University. I'm your host, Latasha James, and today we're answering a very hot topic in the marketing world. The question is, how much money should you allocate to marketing? I know I get this question as a marketing consultant all the time, and the team at C Squared does as well. So we are going to hop in and give you some real steps to figuring out exactly how much you should be spending on marketing to really make an impact on your business. So first, if you're just here for a number, if you just want me to give you a number, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know that the answer really does depend. It depends on industry. It depends on total budget. It depends on your goals with marketing. So we're gonna dive into some of those factors today, but I'll give you a couple of numbers from some people who know what they're talking about, like HubSpot. According to a recent study from HubSpot, they found that most companies spend about 11.7% of company-wide budget on marketing. So that can be a benchmark, a place for you to kind of start from. But again, that number can go up or down depending on those factors that we're going to talk about soon. Another resource that knows what they're talking about is the US Small Business Association. They recommend that most small businesses, that means businesses with revenue under $5 million, allocate between 7 and 8% of their total revenue to marketing. So you can see you've got a couple of different models that you can follow there: 11.7% of company budget or 7 to 8% of company revenue. Those are some good places to start. But with that said, it's super important to actually know what your goals are with marketing. First and foremost, honestly, before you engage in any marketing initiative, you have to know, is your goal to generate more leads, generate more sales, get more eyeballs on your business if you're brand new, improve your customer service? There are so many different goals that marketing can help you achieve. It's easy to just think, oh, we just need more money, but there are actually so many different goals that marketing can help you achieve. Also, thinking about the type of business that you're in. So if you're business to business or B2B, meaning that you're a company that sells to other companies, typically marketing spend is actually a little bit lower than if you're a B2C or business to consumer company. The reason for this is partially more competition. If you think about your Facebook, your Instagram, even your LinkedIn feed, a lot of the times we're seeing direct to consumer products. And so the waters can get pretty competitive there. You'll also see in a lot of cases, B2B products costing a little bit more than, let's say, a $10 or $20 lipstick. So the amount needed to spend to actually get some good quality results can often be lower as well. There's another factor here too. With B2C products, just think about that $10 or $20 lipstick. All of the things, all of the different jobs, all of the different roles that go into getting that product up and off the ground. Well, of course, we have the product development, but once we move into the marketing side, then we need to photograph the product. We might need to send the lipstick out to different influencers. We might need to hire models to be in those photographs. We need to work on packaging. We need to work on website descriptions and Amazon listings and maybe blog posts to go along with it, right? So there are a lot of different steps that go into product marketing that you don't always see for a service, especially something like maybe in the manufacturing world that might just need a simple website, or even taking it really back to basics, just a lead form and a phone call, somebody to pick up the phone and call those leads. Okay, next, you also want to think about your sales goals. So that 7 to 8% that the Small Business Association recommended, that can be a good place to start if you are looking to keep your revenue consistent. But if you're looking to really ramp up sales, let's say that you want to 2, 3, 4, or 5x your year, chances are you may want to put a little bit more into your marketing spend to really pull the lever and get those massive results that you're looking for. So if you're looking for massive growth, you may want to invest a little bit more, even up to about 20% in some cases. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Well, what if I'm in startup phase and I don't have any revenue numbers to go off of, or I don't even know what my total budget is to begin with? I got you. Hold on. First, you want to go with a revenue projection, right? This should be a part of your business plan anyway. If you're in startup phase, if you're just kind of thinking about starting up your business, you should be projecting what your revenue is going to be. You're going to need this number for a lot of different things. So just believe me, you're going to want to set a realistic goal and set a realistic projection based on what's possible, based on what competitors are doing, others in your industry are doing. you should be able to say, you know what, I think we're going to hit between 500,000 and 700,000 in revenue this year, and so on. A quick example for this, if you are projecting that you're going to hit $100,000 in revenue this year, that means that you can probably feel pretty comfortable spending between $10,000 and $20,000 in marketing for the year. Now, when it comes to starting up, there are also a few things that you're probably going to want to invest in, whether you have $0 in revenue on the books or $10 million in revenue on the books. Those things are going to be what I call the infrastructure of your business. So that means a website. That is what I call your home base. You need a website if you're going to sell products or services online nowadays. And it's something that, I don't really recommend winging unless you really know what you're doing. If you're a design pro, then go for it. But most of us aren't. And having a team be able to build a website that doesn't just look good, but that's actually optimized for sales and leads is so important and can save you so much money over the years. Another thing that you're going to want to think about investing in on day one or relatively soon is your branding. Your branding, again, it really sets the tone for your entire business. You're going to put that branding like a logo and a submark, your colors, your fonts. You're going to use that on your website, but you're also going to use it on your social media. You're also going to use it on any printed materials that you have. If you want to do t-shirts for a company, you're going to have your branding there, anything like that. So, again, this is not something I recommend just winging. There are lots of aspects of your business that you can definitely bootstrap, that you can definitely get your hands dirty a little bit with design tools or some of the amazing technology that's out there. But getting a high quality logo, colors, all of that stuff is definitely an investment that you will not regret. Last thing is social media setups. Now, I get it. We all have our own personal social media, so how hard can setting up a profile really be, right? But there is so much more involved to a professional social media setup than you might think. So for example, if you want to run Facebook ads, you're going to want to make sure that you have the Facebook pixel installed on your website. And that's a service that any reputable agency or marketer is going to want to recommend to you so that you can really track your conversions that come through your Facebook ads. So having a professional set that up in an optimized way, in a way that's trackable, is, again, a really smart investment to begin with. So with all of that said, this is by no means financial advice because listen, I don't know your individual financial situation. I don't know your individual business goals. I don't really know anything about you. Feel free to leave us a comment, by the way, and tell us a little bit about you if you don't mind. We'd love to get to know you. But listen, a professional who is able to sit down with those numbers, to sit down with your last year's revenue, with your projected revenue for this year, with your sales goals. Do you want to double, triple, quadruple? Do you want to 10x your year? Talking to someone who knows what they are talking about when it comes to marketing is going to be your best bet. With that said, it's important to work with a team that you can trust and that also keeps these figures in the back of their minds as well. You don't want to work with an agency who's just looking to spend all of your money and not really make the best decisions for your goals. So work with someone you trust. Be mindful of these numbers, keep them in the back of your head as well, and really sit down and think about these different factors before you go into that first call. If you happen to be looking for a team just like that you can trust, that knows what they're talking about, I couldn't recommend C Squared Social anymore. You can find out more about us by opening up the description box and clicking the links down there, or just visiting csquaredsocial.com. I really hope this episode was helpful for you. Again, keep those key factors in mind. Keep that, 11.7% of total company-wide spend, or that 7 to 8% of revenue in mind. Also, while thinking about your growth numbers and some of those basic startup expenses that you're going to need to have regardless of your goals. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a video from us. We'll be uploading every week here on this channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.